The Constitutional Convention. Compromise 1. Large states. We favor the Virginia Plan, in which representation in Congress is based on population. States with more people should have more representatives in Congress. Small states. We support the New Jersey Plan. All states should have the same number of representatives in Congress. Our compromise. Every state within the 13 colonies have the same amount of votes as the biggest population state. The real themes. The Great Compromise combined the two plans, creating the House of Representatives and the Senate. The Senate uses the New Jersey Plan and the House of Representatives uses the Virginia Plan. Compromise 2. Southern states, when a census account of people, it is taken to determine how many representatives each state gets in Congress. Slaves should be included in the total. Northern states. Slaves should not be counted because they are not citizens and have no political rights. Our compromise. If the owner of a slave agrees, then the slaves get included in the counting of people. The real compromise. The 3/5 compromise is how many slaves you get when they're imported and people buy them. For every 5 slaves, 3 of the slaves will be counted in representation. Compromise 3. Slave states. Congress should not be able to stop us from importing slaves to work on our plantation. Slave states. Congress should not be able to stop us from importing slaves to work on our plantations. Free states. Limits should be placed on the number of slaves being brought into the United States. In order to receive a slave, you will need to pay an import fee. The slave trade is the limits to how many slaves you could own by the amount of money to give in return. The slave states did not want the government to stop their trade, but the free states wanted limits on the slaves. The North agreed that the slave trade would last until 1808. Agricultural states. Congress should not be able to tax imports and exports. If imports are taxed, we will have to pay higher prices for foreign goods. If exports are taxed, it will be harder for us to sell our products to foreign countries. Manufacturing states. Congress should tax imports so that foreign goods won't be cheaper than American-made manufactured products. Only half the tax amount is required. There will be a tariff on imported goods and no tariff on exported goods to other countries. Aristocrats. The less informed common man cannot be trusted to choose capable leaders. Voters should elect a small number of well-educated leading citizens to be electors, who will then choose the president and members of Congress. Democrats. We oppose a rich man's government. The president and members of Congress should all be directly elected by the voters. The less informed man would have to show qualification in order to vote. This created the Electoral College, which allowed citizens to vote for electors in the general election. Then the electors vote for a president.